So, my family reunion was going pretty much as expected, lots of hugs, awkward small talk, and an overabundance of potato salad. We had all gathered at my aunt's house, where every room was filled with chatter and the smell of barbecue. The kids were running around the yard, the adults were catching up on who got a new job or had a baby, and my Uncle Dave was, well, being Uncle Dave. You know, that relative who's always got a story just a little too wild to be believable and a personality about as subtle as a brass band at a funeral. Things started getting interesting when Uncle Dave decided to hold court in the living room. He announced, with a flair that suggested he'd been waiting for this moment his whole life, that he was about to reveal his magnetic personality. We all chuckled, expecting the usual tall tale or a pun-laden joke. But no, Uncle Dave took a handful of kitchen magnets from his pocket and, with the confidence of a magician about to pull a rabbit out of a hat, proceeded to stick them one by one onto his forehead. At first, everyone laughed, thinking it was a joke. But when a magnet shaped like a pineapple stayed put, the room went silent, everyone half expecting some kind of magic trick. As more magnets adhered to Uncle Dave's forehead, a pizza slice, a smiley face, and a tiny Eiffel Tower, the crowd's amusement turned into confusion, and then intrigue. Kids started to gather around him like he was the Pied Piper, trying to catch magnets as they occasionally clattered to the floor. Aunt Linda, always the skeptic, squinted suspiciously, whispering to anyone who would listen about how Dave had once convinced her he could juggle flaming bowling pins. Meanwhile, my cousin Tim was busy Googling why do magnets stick to foreheads, as if seeking some scientific explanation for what was clearly the most entertaining thing to happen at a family reunion since Grandma's cat got into the punch bowl. Finally, when Uncle Dave had exhausted the magnet supply, he grinned, wiped his forehead, and said, "And that's why I'm always so attractive." There was a beat of silence, and then the room erupted into laughter, groans, and applause. As the laughter died down, my younger cousin, still staring wide-eyed at the spectacle, turned to his mom and asked, "Can we get magnets like that?" And that, my friends, is how Uncle Dave became the most talked about magnet at the reunion, proving that some people are just born to draw attention.